Alright, it's Friday night. This is the new purchase. I went and got it this week. It's a Gannon. It's pretty decent shape. It's not terrible. It's still got some life left on the cutting edges and all. You can tell it sat outside and got used quite a bit. There's not a whole lot of paint left on it. It was missing the springs for the locks. So I got some from the hardware store. I put this one on already. I gotta put the one on the other side. It's missing the tag, but I'm pretty sure it's a FD36. I don't know if the number correlates with how wide it is. Yeah, I'd say it's 36 inches, the actual cutting surface. But I'm gonna mess around with this out in the driveway tomorrow. I got a couple spots I want to fix. So I'll throw a tripod up and put this on and show how it spins around and stuff. And then tomorrow, as long as the weather's right, I'll go out and mess with it out there. I'm gonna put it on the 68. I don't feel like lugging the snowblower around, or else I'd put it on that because it's got a long handle, 3-point hitch. But the handle releases it. I'll throw this up in a minute. Alright, I'm going to start mounting this. I just got some category 0 pins from Tractor Supply. This is what I use for the rear of my top links normally. You can't use them on the front because they won't go in before they hit the mount for the 3-point handle. This thing's pretty heavy. Adjust that top link out a little bit, I think. I think this top link's bent. But anyway, it's on there. I'll put clips in those pins. Let me make sure this is in frame. Then you can rotate it down and use the ripping teeth. Then push backwards with it. It's a pretty neat setup. Spring-loaded things for locks. That's what the springs are for. I haven't decided if I'm going to try to clean this blade up leave it patinaed or if I'm going to paint it. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Either way, I think I'm going to get new decals for the sides of it. But yeah, you definitely get a workout. Look at this. I'd like to run it mainly on something that I got a long handle 3-point on. Give me more leverage. I got the regular Sears rear blade, but since this is a box blade, it'll work better for a little bit of driveway work I do. Plus they're pretty hard to find, so they're out there, but a lot of people don't want to get rid of them. I'd like to get a mid-mount blade too, just to have, but alright, I'm going to turn this off. If the weather's nice tomorrow, I'll pick this up on the tripod and go mess around in the driveway with it. I don't know if you could tell or not, but I did a little test spot with some SOS pads, and I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go over everything with some SOS pads and soapy water and just get a lot of the light colored rust off and get it to where it kind of looks like that, dark. And I think I'll leave it like that. It'll clean it up a little bit, not look so bad. If I had it on a rusty tractor, I wouldn't care, but I really don't have that many that are that crusty. I sold the one that I had that was pretty crusty. And I might get new decals for it. And I've been working on the 3-point hitch for the SS14. I don't know if I showed this in the last video I did. I got the hitch plate and primer. I prepped this week at work, so that's done. I gotta prep the one arm and get that in primer, but you can see I hit this a little bit there too. It'll look a little bit better if I do that all over it. I'm going to test it out tomorrow and throw this up, but I think that's the decision I made, at least for now. And I put the other spring on for the lock mechanism. I don't know if how these come out. I'm assuming they come out somehow. If you need to change them, not sure. Because I saw somebody asking one time looking for the ripper teeth for one. So I guess they come out somehow. Not sure. When I put the clips through, hold those pins in. And after lifting it a couple times, it definitely needs to be used with a long handle hitch. I don't think I showed this, but I think I talked about it in the last video. I got this steering wheel that still has the pieces here. I'm going to try to get them pulled out and cleaned up. And I haven't decided if I'm putting it on the SS14 yet, because it has the holes for it. Either that or it's going on the hydro. But I picked this up. I really don't feel like swapping the whole wheel because I'm going to have to pull the center thing and press the shaft out. Chances are the steering wheels, I know I can get the steering wheel off of this one, but this steering wheel looks to be in better shape overall. And I don't know if the hydro will come off easy. So I'm going to try to get these, push on these tabs and get these pieces out without destroying it, hopefully. I can't tell if it's like aluminum. It kind of feels like it is. I might be able to bend those tabs out and get it out and put it back on. I'm going to try that. Alright, that last clip you saw, I was using a Gannon. After I did that, I turned the camera off, went out to the end of the driveway and fixed that. I was just spreading out a pile of stuff out there at the corner of the garage that I got when I dug that trench out there for the water. But works pretty good. I don't have any projects right now I want to do that I really need it, but I messed around with it a little bit and got some footage. Realistically, I'd use this long handle 3-point with the regular arms. It's got the floating arms on it now because it's a lot of weight to lift up. I can do it, but you struggle a little bit with a standard length 3-point hitch. But I decided on putting these pieces on the SS14. This one came out pretty good. This one I kind of bent up a little bit trying to get it in. But it is what it is. It's old and it's thin. I guess aluminum is what it is. I cleaned it up a little bit. I'm still going to polish it a little bit. I didn't want to do it off in my hand because it's thin. I didn't want to mess it up too bad. But I ended up putting them on there. I got them off of this wheel. I'll pull this center cap out and take this down to work and press that shaft out. That way when I'm ready to use it, I can use it. The wheel's in pretty good shape. I think I already have another one like it up there. Then I have two like this. That one's pretty trash, but... And I think I said this in the last video. I'm going to try to straighten this hood. I might actually use some body filler too to try to get it good. Because I'd hate to buy another one. It's not like rotten, but it's got some dents in it and all. So I might try to body work it a little bit. Get some of these dents out. It's still a little rough here. I'm not looking for it to be perfect, but how the rest of the tractor turned out, I don't want to put a hood with a bunch of dents in it. Because I have one lead on a hood, but I don't know if it's going to come through or not. This one's actually supposed to have the early smaller hood vents because it's a early model SS14, has the wood grain and all that, but I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I'm going to try to straighten that one before I buy another one, unless a really nice one comes up for sale. So this is kind of put off for now. I gotta get some solder so I can melt this lug in for the negative terminal. And I'm still working on the 3-point like I showed earlier. I might have the 3-point done this weekend depending on what the weather is. Looks like it might rain out there now, so I don't know if I'm gonna get good weather to get it done. I still got to prep the other arm for paint. I need to put this on. I think I might put it on the 68 Super 12. I was going to put it on the Hydro, but I kind of like it because this was my grandfather's and he has a homemade little rod holder. And this is the original one. All it is angle iron, cut, bent, and welded with a couple holes in it. It'd be easy to duplicate. And I still got to get this ready for paint. Probably gonna get the 68 back in here and start using some SOS pads on the Gannon and clean that up. Other than that, I don't know what else I'm gonna get into this weekend. I might make 2 separate videos. I might cut this one off here. New Year's is this weekend, so I don't think I have any parties or anything to go to. At least not that I know of right now. I think I also had trouble getting these in because the steering wheel shrunk up from not having them. I used the heat gun a little bit and heated it up so it was a little bit more pliable. Figured I'd add this little clip in the end. I don't know when this is going to be posted, but it'll probably be, it might be before, but either way, Happy New Year's to everybody. Thanks to everybody who's watched my channel. I just finished up making the video, getting the motor running, but before that I got the Gannon all cleaned up. SOS pads. So I'm going to leave it like this. I'm not going to paint it. I don't know if I made an outro for this video or not, but thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, all that. I appreciate it.